My name is Paul Maestas. I have no official affiliation with UNM. I didn't go to UNM. That said, I've been a Lobo fan my entire life. I grew up in Holman, which is in northern New Mexico, 6 miles north of Mora. When I was somewhere between 8 and 10, I had an Uncle Joe who lived in Albuquerque. He was a big Lobo fan. So he goes to visit my grandparents. I go on a ride with him. Somewhere in the car, I noticed that there was a game program for a Lobo game. I think that's back when Mel Daniels and Ben Monroe and those guys were playing for the Lobos. I liked it and he left it with me, and so that kind of became our thing. Every time he'd go up there and visit my grandparents, he'd bring me a game program. I'd call them Lobo books. So I got to know all of the players. I started listening to Mike Roberts on KOB religiously after that, both football and basketball. And I've been a Lobo fan ever since. I went to college in Oklahoma, and I still remember to this day, back then they had a dial-in number to get the game scores. Every game I'd call in, spend that 50 cents or whatever it was back at the time to get the Lobo basketball score. I got back from law school in 1983, joined the Lobo Club. At the time, you know, joining the Lobo Club was just a matter of wanting better tickets, to be frank about it. But that evolved over time, and here I am 39 years later, still going to the games and still contributing. I guess my mentality's always been you gotta find something that you're passionate about, and you should give in support of what you're passionate about. I've always been passionate about Lobo athletics. So that's how it started, and gradually over the years, going to a few Lobo Club meetings and meeting some of the folks, you get to know more, and you learn what the money goes for, what it pays for, how it's important, and how it helps. So it evolved from there to the point where it is today. I think the impact is many. Number one, it generally helps fund the athletic department, but I think more importantly, it helps fund athletic scholarships. You know, I think a lot of people look at an athlete and they'll say, well, he's or she, they're on scholarship, so it's paid for, without really thinking about where the money comes from. So just watching a student athlete out on the court, I think answers that question, because that student athlete is the sum total of everything that brought him or her to that place, including contributions to Lobo athletics. Lobo's Champion Council is a group of die-hard Lobo fans who have decided to make giving to Lobo athletics a giving priority. Regular contributions are, in some ways, I think, like paychecks to all of us, in that they keep the process, keep the athletic department running, basically keep everything relating to the operation of the athletic department in motion. That's I think probably the foundation. I think at the end of the day, giving is an individual thing, and it's hard to explain why we choose to give, but we make individual decisions about what is important to us and what we want to see succeed. I think we're much more competitive in our non-football, basketball sports than we were 39 years ago. It's gratifying to meet a student athlete that is grateful for the opportunity that he or she has been presented with. Go Lobos! There you go.